So these are the only 5 camera smartphones starting from under rupees 30,000 rupees to all the way up to 40,000 rupees that I think you should be buying now in the Flipkart Goat sale if you can't wait till the big billions day. Starting with the Realme GT6. Now why not the Realme 14 Pro Plus? First, is costing around 2,000 rupees more than the GT6, and also the overall package you're getting with the GT6 is more value for money. Like for starters, you get a 6.78-inch LTPO 1.5K AMOLED panel protected by the Gorilla Glass Victus 2, which is great, and a Snapdragon 8S Gen 3 processor with 8GB LPDDR5X RAM and 256GB of UFS 4.0 storage, along with a 50MP main shooter with a 50MP 2x telephoto lens and an 8MP ultra-wide-angle camera in the rear and a 32MP front camera. And mostly be it in photos or videos, it does a decent job. You can take up to 4K 30fps videos from the main and the front camera, which is actually better than most phones around this price range. Only thing is that the 8MP ultra-wide-angle camera, which looks good in photos and that too in good lighting conditions, not in low light. And also I think the 2x telephoto lens could have been something like a 3x one, which would have made more sense. But the value you're getting from this overall makes it a really good camera phone choice under 30,000 rupees as of now. Now if you spend a little more, like around 36,000 rupees, then you get, which I think is the most balanced camera phone under 40,000 rupees. That's the Samsung S24 FE. Now do mind, I have seen this cheaper, and also you will get this way cheaper around the big billion days, so yeah. But even at this price, it's a solid camera phone. You get a 50MP main shooter with a 12MP ultra-wide-angle camera and an 8MP 3x telephoto lens and a 10MP front camera. Now the best part is that you could shoot up to 4K 30fps videos across all of its cameras, yes, even while camera switching, and up to 4K 60fps from the main and the front camera, and up to 8K 30fps from the main camera. So for video recording purposes, I think it comes very close to the iPhone 13 or 14, so you can choose this undoubtedly if your main camera usage is video recording or making content. The photography is also on point, well, mostly, as sometimes the 3x telephoto lens does show its age and suffers from lack of details, especially at low light scenarios. But overall, I think for video recording purposes mainly, and as a no-nonsense camera phone, no one comes close to this at this price point. Around 37,000 rupees, you can get the elder brother of the Realme GT6, that's the Realme GT7, for its 8GB LPDDR5X RAM and 256GB of UFS 4.0 storage variant. You get the same 6.78-inch LTPO AMOLED display, but with a downgraded Gorilla Glass 7i display protection, which is still a decent one but not as good as the Victus 2. But with an upgraded Dimensity 9400E processor and a much bigger 7000 mAh battery. You get almost the same 50MP main shooter with 50MP 2x telephoto lens and an 8MP ultra-wide-angle camera and a 32MP front camera. But at least this time you get up to 4K 60fps video recording from the main and the front cameras. And again, seeing the overall package and camera performance, it's also a good choice for this price. But yes, there are a few consistency issues here and there which is fixable, but will Realme do it? And also that 8MP ultra-wide-angle camera and 2x telephoto lens really bugs me. But if you don't care much about video recording and having a telephoto lens and want more like a balanced camera phone, then the Pixel 8a is still not a bad choice in 2025, which you can get around 38,000 rupees as of now during the sale, which is an okay price for this at best. But it's the only compact size phone around this price range which uses a 6.1-inch OLED display protected by just an average Gorilla Glass 3 protection. But the software and Google's camera tuning is on point. It uses a 64MP main shooter with 13MP ultra-wide-angle camera and also a 13MP front camera. While both the rear cameras can shoot up to 4K 60fps, but the front is capped till 4K 30fps. But that's obviously not a deal breaker, as the video recording, while not as good as the S24 FE or obviously the iPhone 13 or 14, but comes pretty close and sometimes better than some other phones mentioned in this video. The photography is also really good, but yes, sometimes the portrait shots looks a bit underwhelming. But overall, if you want a compact yet a balanced camera phone, then this one is still a good choice. But yes, if you have a pretty bad network coverage around your area, then this one might not be for you, as it does comes with some network issues. Won't be much of an issue if you have a stable network service. And last but not the least, we have the Oppo Reno 14. You know, that annoying Avara who ad wala phone, which you will get around 38,000 rupees, and also it's not really a deal price but a good overall camera smartphone choice. But still I feel it's a bit overpriced. It should have been around 35,000 rupees. With that said, it has a 50MP main shooter with also a 50MP 3.5x telephoto lens, which I think should be the standard for smartphone telephoto lens, as it's the optimum portrait ratio. But with that 8MP ultra-wide-angle camera again. Like, I'm not getting it. Do you guys don't really care about ultra-wide-angle cameras anymore? Let me know. And with also a 50MP front camera, and both the front and the rear can shoot up to 4K 60fps, and the footage is also pretty good for the price. But the main selling point of this phone is in photography, which is actually really good for the price. Like, if you want a phone where you mainly want to take photos and can also upload them directly to your social media without the need of editing, then this one is the phone for you. So again, overall a good camera phone that you can get this in the Flipkart Gold sale. But guys, as usual, I would say if you can wait for like another 2 months till the Flipkart BBT sale, then you should wait, as the prices of some of these devices will drastically drop down. So you might feel a little betrayed and sad then. But if you can't wait for your brand new camera phone, then these are the ones to get as of now. But should you wait for the upcoming Samsung S25 FE, then click this video for more information. And as always, till the next one, this was Ridib. See you guys.